Alright, I got it. It's 0315. Unlocked. Alright, let's see what's in here. Oh. Sarah wants to be a hard body. Good for her. Probably pretty fucking difficult to do that in space, but maybe it'll work out well for her. Fit monthly. Adult. The fittest women in the world eat. Oh, she's totally like a fit freak. That's good. Whole meal tomato. Basil. I can only assume sauce. Gross. Who would eat just a tube of tomato sauce? Anything else in here? I can grab this bottle. I can grab this bottle. Boy. I, don't know what I was expecting. But I'm surprised there isn't an arrow pointing to the camisole, because that's a really nice looking camisole. Okay, I think that's everything else, everything in this section. I can't imagine there's anything left. I think with that, I'm pretty much done here, and I will go back to the main hallway. What the hell is this? Confetti in space? As if confetti in actual, like, normal human gravity isn't super annoying, they have to do it in space too? Ay, ay, ay. Station component. What, they skimped out on that detail? I'm surprised it isn't, like, the plasma diameter and it doesn't come with a manual that you can read so you can figure out how to repair the airlock. Next air drone delivery scheduled in... oh, that's a while from now. Alright. Well, with that area said and done, let's head out of here. You know, I read a really interesting story lately that had to deal with AI and how it would interact with humanity. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a short story that basically, well, I'll finish that thought actually. No, I'll finish it before I move on to the next part of the game. It was a really cool short story. It probably took me about 15 minutes to read, 20 minutes to read, and it dealt with this one dude who lived in America after AI took over, and the AIs basically put everyone out of work, and like he just ended up living in like the slums. And there was another, like that was the first half, and then in the second half of the story, it turned out that he owned a share in a company called Australia, and he was entitled to go live in Australia, and it was like this huge utopia. And it was a really, really cool short story because it was comparing and contrasting like two directions that society can take when they're integrated with AI. As advanced as this society ends up being in this world, I think in this one they definitely went for more of the utopian angle, where, well, it's hard to say. Maybe it is more dystopian because there's so much corporate power being emphasized with this story, and maybe that's not really truly a dystopia, but it's very interesting to me to see that the idea is that everybody's a contractor and they're very, very beholden to what their lifestyle is like completely tied to basically what's deigned upon them by their employer. Like if you look at Clive's life, he was able to he's unable to really do anything that he wants in life. He's not able to change between employers because he's so tied down to how he performed on his previous job, and that's kind of haunted him as he's followed through his entire life. And I really hope that doesn't happen to us. So I guess the moral of the story is move to Australia and then you can live in a utopia in the future when there's an AI. Got my Nintendo DS back. And am I done here? I guess I must be. Let's see what this quest log says now. Proceed to the biomedical module to continue the AI data transfer process. As per your contact, time is of the essence with respect to this mission. I have been dilly-dallying. When you integrate, why integrate with AI when you can just nuke everything from orbit and send the world back into the Stone Age? What? So I'm really curious to see where this game goes with regards to actually having the AI play more of a role. I mean, I know I kind of spent this entire first act of this game, so to speak, basically just pouring through everybody's personal stuff as well as their personal lives. But I want to see where it goes with the AI, because that is supposedly the focus of this game, and seeing how in the, I guess, authors of this game's imagination, how they've envisioned the future of the world as it deals with increase in like corporate power and AIs and automation and things like that. Just married, orbital vacation bungalows. One thing that I do find very cool about this is, despite the fact that they're painting this world as being very like the power is centered in a lot of these old corporations in a really strong way, even in space. There's still a very mixed society. I mean, that makes sense if you look at how space science already works. Like, it's very international effort. But in this game, you know, it seems like it's even more so, where the wrappers on everything are written in multiple languages, and there's advertisements showing people of all different backgrounds and stuff like that. And then the characters themselves come from a whole bunch of different backgrounds. And I think that that's probably something that we'll see continue very much as we enter the next century or so. God, it's really crazy to think about it, you know, like, it's cool that we're having all these conversations and artwork that is tackling the issues of looking ahead at society and how it's going to integrate with AI, because this is going to be real life, and it's going to be real life so fast. You know, we're gonna have space stations, and we're gonna have a huge integration with like orbital tech and far, like, near-Earth exploration within our lifetimes. It's gonna be
Sarah.
fast.
We'll see you over in Mech, as soon as everything's wrapped up here.
All right, Goodspeed.
Oh, I guess we're following Natalie. Okay, let's see what she is up to. Oh, okay. Isn't having more data available to the pirate desirable? Yeah, but the raw nav data is formatted for the Zenith's AIs, not... Bert's gonna need to be able to use this stuff in real time while she's at the controls, so navigation code itself interpret the data and display its recommendation for optimal manual inputs to the pilot. Expose the raw data for cross-reference if needed. I understand I'll prepare revision 2.212 of the manual drone navigation control software and blank. That's really neat. I'm actually going to talk about that specifically as soon as I'm done with this. No, it's okay. Don't worry. But I just want to say, I think you're a really good space station admin. And no matter how I acted, I want you to know, not going to let you down. That's very sweet, Nat. I appreciate it. I need... See you on the other side. This user is offline. When was that recorded? Captured 2 days ago. So I guess she was probably... This is probably one of their last communications, personal ones anyway, before everything went to shit here. Anyway, so one thing that was really cool is the fact that the way that AI will integrate with people is, of course, a hugely contentious point. And there's a lot of people that are unsure of whether there's going to be the situation where human workers basically become extensions of the AI, and the AIs will just tell you, like, go to this console, press this button, pull this lever, and stuff like that, and you are basically like a drone, like an extension of like this AI, like you're kind of its arm in the world. And it looks like in this world that they have going on here, the AI takes over most things, and that's pretty much how it behaves. Maybe there's a little bit more autonomy, because at least there's people that have expertise in the systems they have to maintain, whereas in a lot of other stories that I've read which cover this sort of stuff, they'll have the people be portrayed as like monkeys, like they just, I don't know, get told like wang a wrench on this thing. I I don't know how it's going to play out. I would imagine that I'm of the opinion that as AI integrates with society, the complexity of the operation of everything is going to only become more and more complex, and there will probably be less. I don't 100% agree with the way that a lot of this sort of literature can portray this, where people are just kind of like these trained monkeys for an AI. I mean, I do a lot of tech operations already, and automating it is already like completely fucking impossible. So I'll be surprised to see if that's really how it plays out in the future. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of preaching on this episode, and I'm sure it's probably pretty interesting, but I'm gonna kind of sit back and just let Tacoma speak for a little while now.
The breach? What?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about how Evie and Clive are already in deep freeze. Did you read the message they sent?
Yeah. Why are we going into the supply closet?
I got to talk to them a little bit right before Sarah took them down to cryo, and Evie was being so encouraging. They're putting all their faith in us, but
But what?
right before they turned to go, just for a second, they look so worried.
Oh, baby.
The clock is ticking, and I just keep thinking, what if the last time they saw each other is the last time they'll ever see each other?
Don't think about that.
How can I? How can you not think about it?
So, you know the concept of partitioning from early century computing.
Yeah, I think so.
So, you have a data drive. Maybe one partition was your operating system, and the other one was like general data storage. And maybe you'd partition part of the drive off to contain something that might be unstable, that you otherwise kind of, wanted not to interfere with anything else. There are certain things that are gonna help us get this done, but some things, they need to be partitioned off. Because thinking about them isn't gonna help us.
But you're thinking about us, at least, aren't you?
Yeah. And when I do let myself start thinking about how there's a possibility this is the last of our time together too,
Matt?
then I start thinking we should really make the most of it.
Aw, okay. That was like the best dialogue I've seen this whole game. That was really awesome. If you don't partition your hard drives, you are asking for your data to get completely corrupted on you, by the way. I put my Windows installation on its own partition on my hard drive because I've learned over the years that when it comes time to reformat Windows, which always happens, you really want that shit on its own hard drive or its own partition on your hard drive. Okay, let's rewind this old dialogue and see some other people's perspectives now.
Hey, Sarah.
I guess I'll spy on Sarah this time.
We'll see you over in Mech. Soon as everything's wrapped up here.
Alright, Goodspeed.
Okay, we'll recover her stuff. I don't know why, but I will. To everyone left awake on Tacoma Station, I've added a tracking widget to all crew members. Displays pretty accurate. Air in the station, algae bloom, Clive, EV, cryo. Take care. Okay, so they have approximately 50 hours of oxygen supply. 2 out of 6 cryopods occupied. Wait, what? So Evie and Clive may actually still be alive? Oh. Oh, shit. That's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes then. I have 50 hours to see if I can get them out of their pods? Huh. Alright, message with Atali. Hey ladies, your scans look good. You're cleared for cryo. If, God forbid, into the pods, attaching some standard instructions sent to Evie and Clyde. Cryogenic sleep. In the case of a medical emergency, when surgical or other equipment, temporary cryogenic suspension to be transported to treatment. Here's a quick look. Medical staff will scan you and determine an appropriate regimen of fluids. Blah, 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 blah. Not really too interested in reading too much more of that. Cryogenics is something that I don't envision taking off anytime soon, but I guess the creators of this game felt like throwing it in there. I don't know. I've been hearing about cryogenics for a long time, and I've not seen it pan out, but we'll see.
Oh, Odin.
do the right thing.
In what regard?
Does Nat deserve to know what her odds are if she ends up going into cryo?
I believe that you have made a decision with both Roberta and Natalie's best interests at heart.
Above all, do no harm. If we do make it out of this thing, Nat's going to have to find out I didn't tell her everything at some point.
I believe that is a bridge to be crossed at a later date. Andrew is here for his exam.
Oh, send him in. So you showed up for your exam.
I did.
So does that mean you've decided to...
What's gonna happen to us, Sarah?
Ooh.
What? Well, Bert and Nat are going to fix up the drone with life support, and then we're...
No. I mean, what if things don't work out? And we're still stuck in cryo?
Oh. Well, when you go into stabilizing sleep, it feels just like any other sleep, really. The body effectively goes into a controlled hypothermic coma.
Do you dream?
Sometimes. Sometimes very intense dreams.
And then what?
After a certain amount of time, your body slows down too much, things start sitting down, don't wake back up.
It doesn't hurt.
No.
Do you think Bert and Nat can get it done?
I do.
Then I'll just have to trust your professional opinion and do my part. It's been good working with you, Doc. I'm ready for my exam.
I know what happened on the other side of that wall. Okay, so this was captured 2 days ago. I'm actually going to do something real quick. I'm going to backtrack like crazy to double check something. Well, I will actually do that off camera because I want to find out. I want to put together a timeline of events here because this was captured 2 days ago. And I wonder then if what they did was they went into cryogenic sleep after the collision incident that happened here. That would make the most sense to me, and I want to just get a quick confirmation that that's what happened. So we'll, I'll just run over there real quick, and then we'll find out. I will confirm or deny that theory. So thanks for watching.